Well, hello there fellow humans and welcome to this video, and a special thanks to these two humans for giving me money. And if you also want to support the channel and get a few extra perks, there is a button down there you can click and you can become a member too. And if you don't want to become a member and don't want to spend your money, there's some other buttons that you can click, which is also very nice. So, that out of the way, today I got two very epic games for you, played by Ed. First of all, in the Progetto 46, and the Progetto 46 is currently sold in the in-game store. So, let's look at the vehicle, let's look how it performs in this very, very good game by a very good player. And see if this vehicle is worth the purchase, and then after that we'll have another epic game in another epic tank. Not gonna spoil it though, because you have to watch it to the end. But yeah, now here he is, in the Progetto 46. It is a 3-shot auto reloader at tier 8. Obviously it's a premium tank, so it's gonna give you that sweet, sweet money that you want. But is it worth it? It is very, very fast for a medium tank, but the armor is pretty much non-existent. That's pretty much all you need to know about this vehicle. At the end, obviously it has an auto reloader, 2.5 seconds intra-clip reload, and it is really, really good if you know what you're doing. But the thing is, it is a good tank, but it is hard to perform really well in it because it doesn't have armor. Tanks like that are always hard to play, as that Pantera just showed, which is something that you shouldn't do. But yeah, you can see the auto reloader reloads pretty quickly. I think it's 225 alpha damage, or 240, I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that, I don't know, because I'm dumb. But it isn't, and he's doing a really good job at, first of all, taking out the Pantera, and now he's keeping himself safe, keeping himself from getting utterly destroyed by some HE gun. And now he's going forward. He sees that there were those two behind the ridge. They can't hurt him. So he's now pushing forward, trying to get that sweet, sweet damage in. And get that victory too. Probably. I don't know, but maybe. Now he's behind this MX-30 here. The MX-30 is another very, very good premium tank. One that's really worth picking it up. But it is only available in the full €50 bundle. Keep that in mind. But it is a very, very good tank. However, I would still consider Canadian 1 to a better tank. But in this case, it doesn't really matter that he is the better tank, because he's not paying any attention to Ed, and Ed just has a very, very easy time right here. Just put his shots into the MX. Now, because the MX is now focusing on the friendly Canadian 1, he gets shut down, and there he is. Now, because he is an auto reloader, he has the next shell right there. I can put one into the lurve. It doesn't quite finish him off, but the next one should do the trick. The Canadian 1 was probably reloading, that's why I couldn't finish him off. And now it is down to a 3 versus 3, and it already has 3 kills. Only 1.6k damage so far, but there's plenty of enemy tiers to be harvested. Now the enemy is pushing forward, and he gets a good shot into Ed, but obviously he retaliates with the very, very nice accuracy of that vehicle, and a very good gun handling that you can use to getting your shots very, very precisely. So that is not too bad, right? I think. I'm not good at this. Don't talk. And now he's just hiding here behind this rock thing, trying to get a different angle, because you don't want to fight heavies head on in this vehicle. You just don't. Because if you do that, what the hell do you, mate? You want to be that sneaky guy that flanks around and then clips enemies from the side, like that, like he's doing right there. The enemies are pushing forward onto the last remaining teammate, which is very, very low. But he manages to finish off the WT, so now a 2 vs 2, but it is very low, and the Vickers is very low, so this is gonna be pretty hard. However, one of the enemies is a T30, which means he has a very, very long reload, and he can only shoot in one direction, so the Vickers and Ed here are having very, very nice team play that exists still in random places and very rare places. Good team play does exist in World of Tanks Blitz. And there is only one enemy vehicle left, and it is the and he's running away. Obviously, he has a lot of HP. Both Ed and the Vickers are very, very low, but I don't know what the KPZ is doing really. He's just going. Obviously, Ed can't take a shot because he's very low, and the KPZ has 560 alpha damage. Even though the KPZ's gun is just horribly inaccurate, I still wouldn't try my chances at it. But then again, KPZ is still focusing on the Vickers, and then the Progetto is just used to perfection. He doesn't really hit that one, but stuff happens. And but this is where the Progetto is used to perfection. Just flank around, shoot people in the back, use the magazine, and win. It's a very, very nice premium tank. And if you don't have a premium tank of that sort, like, I mean, there is no real tank that is quite like this vehicle, except the other Italian T9, T10 vehicles, or T8 actually too. But if you want a pretty unique premium tank that makes you good credits and that has very, very nice gun, go for it. If you don't have already 500 premium tanks already. I'm not gonna buy it because I got 40 premium tanks. I don't need this. But in the end, Ed also didn't need to get that kill because the Vickers, who ended up being a very, very good teammate, gets the last kill. There you can see 4,000 damage, 102,000 credits earned. That is very, very good for the Progetto. Obviously, if you do this every 4 or 5 minutes, then you'll make a lot of bank. Obviously, it's an ace tanker. The Vickers did very, very well too. He even did more damage. So that was a very, very nice team play there. And that is a very nice game, a very nice tank by a very nice man. And now we get into a even nicer game in not quite such while the M46 Progetto is more like a simple ballerina, this one is a boxer. The T110 E4. 30 seconds reload, 640 alpha damage, fuck ton of penetration. And he is in a very nice battle here on the last map. That driving can be improved, by the way. Maybe. And I'm just going to the heavy side of the map, because this vehicle, what it is basically a heavy tank. No man can tell me that this is actually a tank destroyer. This one doesn't belong in the bush at the back. This one doesn't belong at the sniping line. This one belongs at the front line. Penetrating Mauses, E100s, PK-72s, IS-4s. Because this thing just has enormous penetration. Like, almost 300 with the standard rounds. So, nobody will stand a chance against it. However, as you can see right there, I mean, that is AP through the E100's turret. Just like that. However, the weak spots of this vehicle is the turret isn't fully turnable because of the weird exhaust things. I don't know what it is, but that thing on the back of the vehicle. So you can't fully turn the turret, only 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right, so you can be outflanked. That's pretty much the only thing that qualifies as a tank destroyer. And another disadvantage of the vehicle is that you have the cupola on top of the vehicle, which can be penetrated quite easily. Other than that, the armor is reasonably good. Obviously, the lower plate's a weak spot. And the turret cheeks can also be penetrated by very high penetration gun. But, all in all, it is still a better tank destroyer than the Jagdpanzer 100. Because fuck the Jagdpanzer 100. And you can do this with an E4, which is nice. Already 3,500 damage here by Ed on the last map. But we had a very, very nice display of team play in the last replay, but now we have the exact opposite. We have the non-existence of team play because Ed's team is already down by 4 tanks. The enemy team has still 6 standing. So he has to do a lot more in this game than the last one. And he starts by taking out the Leopard 1 and sort of equaling the score. The I-7 takes out the very, very low HP 100 that Ed softened up for him. And now it is a more even fight right here. Now the next victim is going to be this Vickers right here. And the HE is just lovely on this vehicle. Pretty good penetration HE. Obviously it is not a FV215 FP183 HE. Hesh in that fact. But it is very nice, and he can do 1,000 damage to a tank. And the Vickers regrets ever picking a fight with this vehicle. Ever. Because this tank excels in a close range combat against pretty much every vehicle. You just have to watch out to not get out DPM'd and to not get outflanked. Then you can pretty much beat the hell out of every other heavy and medium tank. And even tank destroyers for that fact, like they're grown. And now it is down to a 2 versus 1 actually. The team gained back the favor of this match. And now it is Ed on half HP and a non-existent IS-7 versus an IS-8. And Ed has just decided to go for it because obviously the IS-8 has no armor, and with this vehicle's penetration, you just wreck him. You can just wreck him. And the IS-8 does hit a good shot. distracts him also. But now, it has 3 seconds left on the reload. And he has to get going here. There is the turret limitation, has to turn it around, and he gets it done. That is a very nice victory there. Double the damage of the last game. That is 8,039 damage. The 39 is very, very important. That is the important part. Nothing else matters. But as you can see, full carry, 8,000 or 14,000 damage dealt by him. Obviously, it's an ace tanker. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.